This actually brings up another interesting story.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Because Manu's very difficult to please, apparently.
Hopefully Manu will be interested in this one because this actually concerns him.
Oh,
Tell me about it.
Okay. Shall I leave the room? Or?
Yeah, this was a wet dream about no. I had a dream 2 weeks ago. I fell asleep listening to the Blue Banana podcast. I had it playing on and I went to sleep. And so naturally...
That sounds like a bad idea.
if that's what you use our podcast for, I don't even want to know what
you know what?
If
If anyone does that with our podcast, I have no problem with that because it's good. You know, just have our channel on a playlist and listen to it all night.
We should make this
an
intro thing.
Daydream about us.
We should make this an intro thing. Like, let us know what you use this podcast for in the comments, what you're doing when you're listening to it. I think that would be really funny as an intro. The podcast people listen to fall asleep to.
No, everyone's just gonna say I listen to it whilst taking a shit. Those are the
like,
comments I get.
while
anyway.
daydreaming.
Furiously daydreaming.
Viciously daydreaming.
Viciously.
But back to my wild dream about Manu. Liam, you were there, but you were a minor, like almost negligible character. You were there.
We were like doing YouTube in the office or something.
I'll just leave.
You might as well not have been there.
You were a villager too.
We were traveling through Europe. And Manu, you owned a book cafe. And so you were serving me coffee as I was reading books, but you were really mad at me.
Oh, I was like, this was
In my
such a
dream.
wholesome dream up to this point.
It wasn't.
Wholesome, describing my entire life as being a minor character.
Negligible, don't forget.
Negligible,
But
sorry.
no.
Could've used the
No, I
right
did not say minor. I said negligible. It's even worse than that. I'd like
But
having
this
a
is
book
about
cafe.
Manu. This is about Manu. I don't care about your book cafe. I want to know why you were mad at me.
How was the interior design of the book cafe?
It was very rustic.
Don't change the subject.
Very vintage, old-fashioned. Look, it was very lovely. It was a nice atmosphere. Would have been a great environment had you not been mad at me.
Wait. We'll get to that point. How was the coffee?
He's stalling.
He doesn't really want to tell me the real reason why he's mad at me. Maybe because I don't tell my stories with the oomph and the emotional...
You don't have the Tolkien-esque detail. You're not spending
Yeah.
enough time on the atmosphere and the books.
You're not crafting languages.
What did the floor smell like, Sophie? What did the floor smell like?
In the mahogany room filled with lots of
now you have me.
Tolkien-esque fantasy-filled books.
Okay.
And I saw a red carpet rug with gold specks. I don't know, I'm sort of making this up.
How was the coffee?
Carpet rug.
I confess that I did not actually partake in drinking your coffee.
Maybe that's why I
Maybe
was
that's
mad.
why.
You were mad at me
Good
because
call.
I didn't
Good
drink
call,
your
Liam.
coffee.
Probably.
Great minds.
Coffee's holy.
I would be upset if you didn't drink my coffee, even though it's pretty abysmal.
I would probably never ask for either of your coffees in the first place.
Wow. I feel like I just got rejected.
Yep, I'm rejecting you hard today, Liam.
Yeah.
You're negligible
Negligible.
in this episode for me in my life right now.
We're gonna take our friendship level back from friendly colleague
Yes.
to just colleague. I
Just
think,
colleagues,
after this,
yeah. Negligible,
That's the-
neglectable colleague.
I'm really cementing my relationship statuses here.
The story arc is not progressing, it's regressing.
But you never have a linear story.
It's kind of like Gon in Hunter x Hunter. It's a negative character arc. It's like getting slightly better before completely going down the drain.
As it sounds like, I feel like I'm the Leorio of this podcast, who was there in the beginning and just kind of disappears and becomes
Okay, well-
negligible.
Was there, sorry, please continue, Sophie. Was I just mad at you, or did you know the reason why I was mad at you?
By the end of my dream, I had figured out that you were mad at me for not putting away the books after I had read them.
Sophie.
That was the only reasonable conclusion that I
You
could
did
think
not
of for
put
you
the
to be mad
books
at me.
back after reading
So
them?
in reality though, then that means you broke our friendship, Manu, because I would have just thought a good friend wouldn't mind where I left my books. I mean, it was just a pile, on the bar.
Unacceptable.
You gotta put your shit back. In Manu's coffee book bar. You know the rules. You knew the dream rules.
You did. You went to my coffee place and read my awesome selection of fantasy books, did not drink my coffee, and then you just left the books where they were lying around.
This could not be more insulting if you tried.
No, but I would be pretty pissed if my friend was pissed at me for not putting his books back. I feel you. I was probably a bit of a dick.
This brings up something interesting though, because when you woke up, did you have any like residual feelings towards Manu after your dream altercation?
So I read
Except,
about
of course, strong sexual desire after being rejected.
Yes, of course. Yes. Strong sexual desires about books and coffee.
Oof, books. Ugh.
I definitely look at red rugs differently now.
Just make fun of my coffee again.
Your coffee's also negligible. Get that shit out of here. But